So I'm assuming you guys are reading the title and you're wondering how Setro betrayed this game's whole community. Inside of this video, I'll be explaining how. This first part, I want to explain the benefits that the community, the developers, the content creators, the testers all would have obtained through me. Okay? So me and Setro came to a deal where essentially I would be put on community manager spot, I would be unbanned, and essentially we would work together to save this game, right? And the benefits that you guys would have received if he decided to not backdoor me is this. So the community, you guys would have gotten your private servers back. You guys would have had a person to talk to get your suggestions through me to the developers. So any suggestions that you guys want would be to the developers. Any bug changes, any balancing ideas, anything like that, you guys would just have to DM me. You guys would have to do that. I would make a pool, whatever. You guys would have a form of communication to the developers to actually get your issues fixed, right? That's the first change. Second change, serverless would be fixed because I have no idea what the current one is doing. Your private servers would be back, and any big issues that you guys have been complaining about this whole time would also be fixed. The hog frag issue would be fixed. All of those issues would be fixed, right? Okay? The third thing is you guys would no longer have to deal with the developers going inside announcements and rage baiting you guys, because essentially I was supposed to be the sole manager of the community. The developers, all that they were going to do was work on the game. They weren't going to go inside announcements. They weren't going to do anything. They were just going to work on the game, right? And I was going to deal with the community. I was going to tell you guys all the information that you guys need and all that. The last actual big benefit that you guys would have received was going to be the requirements of everything. There would be no longer anything gate kept. I have zero idea why there is this gate kept bullshit inside of this game, because my philosophy is if you want something to be hard to obtain, make the requirements of it hard. Don't make the hard part of obtaining it finding out how to obtain it. You guys saw with True Bankai. Obtaining True Bankai was super easy. The hardest part was finding out what the actual requirements was. And I have no idea why they make the game like that, but that whole shit would have been swapped instantly. I have zero idea why they make the game that way. Now, moving on to content creators. Content creators, you guys would have instantly gotten your private server back. Not only that, you guys would have freedom of speech back, because I know Kevin, your current content creator manager, basically said that if you speak out your mind and it's not positive, you guys would get your role stripped. Not only that, I would make them make a content creator panel where you guys can set yourself whatever you want to record as much content you guys want as possible. Because at the current moment, the only person that can do that is Nano, which is fine. I think content creators having panel is a great thing. Not only does this bring more content to the community, so you guys will have more videos to enjoy, this makes it so content creators can post more frequently without actually having to farm the stuff themselves. This also makes it so there's more traction to the game with more videos being posted, so this also helps the developers because the game's player count would go up if there was more content being made, and there would just be genuine no problems. The other thing, there would be no drama on this game. I was going to completely solve all the drama on this game. The only reason why there is currently drama on this game is because you guys treat the content creators like literal dog shit. Most of the content creators that have come out here and try to say the truth about what's going on behind the scenes, between the communities, and actually tell you guys what's going on are all banned. Vert doesn't have his role because I guess he was hating on the game or something. Revolver doesn't have his role. I don't have my role. Misery doesn't have his role. And anyone that has ever tried to actually tell you guys what's going on basically essentially does not have the role. The only reason why there is drama is because the developers, the Dorose, Cetro, make there be drama by handling the content creators in dog shit ways. So, content creators, you guys would get your own content creator panel as long as you are an actual trusted content creator and you guys make content for the game. You guys would get your own panel. You guys would be able to produce as much content as possible, and you guys would have no restrictions. You guys would be able to speak your mind and just make content, right? So essentially, developers would just work, content creators would just make content. The community would get all the benefits, right? Great, phenomenal. Now, the developers that are watching this video, you guys are probably wondering, well, how does this benefit us? With more content being made on your game, you guys will get more players because new people will be coming to your game. With you guys doing community suggestions through me and the developers actually doing what the community wants, changes that they want, and things like that, you guys would get a way better reputation, which would make people want to play your game more and support it more. Not only that, you guys would not have to worry about the community anymore. All you guys would have to do is work on the game. That's all you would have to do. Work on the game, get your money, see the player count rise. There would be no drama on the game, and the game would just be in an overall way, way, way better position. You guys would have 100% of a better time just working on the game and not dealing with the community, and I can deal with the community myself. That is perfectly fine. So, essentially, I was trying to make the ideal version of TypeSoul. I was trying to make the best version of TypeSoul possible. There was going to be no drama, with developers solely focusing on only updating and developing. There probably would have been bi-weekly updates of new content. Your guys' suggestions would have went through to the dev so they can actually do the suggestions that you guys wanted. And then you guys would also have more content to watch because content creators would get panel where they can actually record videos instead of it all being gate kept. Not only that, the current shit that is gate kept, like Almighty requirements, Ancient Vassal requirements, all of that would be ungate kept, and you guys would have all the information that you guys need. And to testers watching this video, you guys would no longer have to sign an NDA, because I would make sure that there is no longer anything being added to the game that has requirements that are gate kept. The requirements would instantly be public, and I would tell the developers to just make the actual requirements hard to obtain, rather than making the hard part of obtaining it, finding out what the requirements are. I think we can all agree that OG TypeSoul, when raid or when Bonkai was 175 raids, was fine. It was hard to obtain, sure, super hard to obtain, right? 175 raids was a little insane, don't get me wrong. But I think everyone had a genuine better time doing that because it wasn't gatekept. Once when people found out what it was, they had fun doing the hard requirements because it was something to actually look forward to and work towards that not every single player had. The reason why True Bonkai is such a mess right now is because you guys made the requirements easy as hell, and all that you did was gatekeep the actual requirements and make it some weird-ass thing that the community had to solve on their own, rather than making the requirements hard. Not only that, you made all of Hellverse cheesable, so now there's 35,000 people that have True Bonkai when you guys wanted it to be something that very few people had and was actually cool. But now damn near the whole community has it, because instead of making the requirements hard, you guys focused more on gatekeeping what the requirements were. That's all the benefits that you guys would have received. Obviously, there was more, and you guys will find out in the rest of this video. But basically, essentially, the reason why the community is not receiving these benefits, the reason why the content creators aren't receiving these benefits, the developers, the testers, the reason why nobody is getting the version of TypeSoul that we all want is because Setro decided that it would be better to backdoor me and make every single developer remove me as a friend and remove all of my connections to the developers and just genuinely try to ruin this game. He's self-sabotaging the own game right now. You guys will see all the proof inside of this video, but I just wanted to tell you guys what I was trying to do for this game so you guys can genuinely understand why I'm so frustrated about this whole situation. Alright, so I'm going to just get straight into this video. Basically, essentially, Setro backdoored me. That's all you guys really need to know. Setro backdoored me. He made a promise. And then, obviously, today, when he left, he broke the promise. And you guys are going to see what that promise is. But I'm telling you, not a single person here watching this video is going to be happy right now. Okay, let's get right into it. So, me and Cetro, in the background, made a deal. This was our deal. This is all I had to do. I couldn't make videos on his friends list. So, his quote-unquote friend, quote-unquote e-kitten, obviously that video was deleted because he said that I couldn't do that. Sure, right? You guys can say whatever you want about that. If you guys want to say that I stuck up to the devs or whatever, the whole reason why I agreed to this is for you guys. I wanted this game to genuinely be good, and I wanted to get into a position of power where I can actually make your guys' suggestions go through to the game and make the game good. That is the only reason why I agreed to this. I did not agree to it for bad farm. You guys can actually say the exact opposite. Me agreeing to this lowered my bad farm. I could have made way more videos, but I agreed to it because I wanted to make this game genuinely good and give the community what they wanted. So he said no friends list or drama, avoid dev drama, and tester leaks can be posted, but they have to be listed as misinformation. Also, you have to leak whatever tester leaked to you to Cetro. Perfectly fine, right? No crazy request there. I can still make my videos like saying I disliked a certain thing about the game and all that. So I'm perfectly fine with it. I want you guys to keep in mind, Setro reached out to me. He reached out to me. I did not reach out to him about this. He reached out to me, okay? So he says, all I can recommend is that you relax and things will be done to ensure that this works out for everyone. You unbanned, no drama, game updates, that's it. There's no reason to keep this going. Yes, I did what you're saying. You said in your own words that the community views you as a hero right now, so I can tell you to be, it's basically I said I was the voice, and he said basically be the voice and tell people the truth and do all that. And I basically start talking about community manager. I said, so is community manager that far out of reach for me? Because set on paper, it makes sense. You just said the community views me as a hero. Would it not be best to let, boom. And he said it would have to be discussed with both me and Chaotic being present. I'm not sure about community manager, but an unban is in the first step. And then as we talked a bit later, he's making it seem like, oh yeah, we're going to get you on community manager and we're going to get you your spot. You're going to take suggestions from the community. You're going to handle the community. You're going to handle the content creators. And all developers have to do is the work that the community wants. There's no drama. The game works perfectly. There's new content being added bi-weekly. Holds 100k players. Boom. Right? This is the ideal perfect world of TypeSoul. This is what every single person wants, is for one person to handle the community, get suggestions from the community, basically be the person where you guys can go to someone and be like, yo, bro, this is broken. Can you tell them to fix it? Can we get this added? Can this get nerfed? Can this boom, 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 boom? That's essentially what I wanted to be for you guys. I wanted to be the person that listens to the community and tells the devs to do exactly what you guys want. So the game is exactly how you guys want it and not how the developers want it. Because as we all know, the developers are not making the game how the community wants it at all right now. And he said, sounds nice, I can't lie. And I literally tell him right here that you guys can use my channel to calm down the community, give them information, do everything a community manager does. And I can use you guys to get set, make more videos on the game, promote it more. Sounds like a fair deal to me. I realistically think that's what we should both be working for. He said, not a bad trade-off at all. We'll see how we get there, but realistically, that would be ideal. I said, as I said, I have zero problem with anyone on the team. If the Dorsey want to talk to me, all they have to do is DM me. All I want is a very simple thing. A good game I can enjoy and make content on. And I'm assuming you want to make the game good so I can promote, keep players playing. Boom, win-win for everyone. You know, you guys have a good game. I can promote it. Everyone's winning, right? He said, I just want the game to be good for everyone and for everyone to be happy. 2 days later, he says, I want a mental break, and basically said that he's off the game until he feels like coming back. And let's keep in mind, he made every single developer unadd me. So at the current moment, I have zero connection to any developers. My unban is simply not going to happen. Me getting put on the manager spot is simply not going to happen. And just all of the things that was promised about the game coming to a perfect solution where I'm the manager, you guys can give me suggestions, they'll add in the suggestions, and everyone will live happy, is essentially not happening anymore because Setro just decided to disappear off the face of the planet and not tell anyone. Even the developers did not know where he went. And let's not forget, this is not the first backdoor that he did with me. He did this with Typerborn. You can say whatever you want about Typerborn, but at the end of the day, Typerborn, what it was me and Cetro coming together because we did not like main TypeSoul and the direction that they were taking with the game. So we wanted to take our own direction with the game and make an actual good version with no corrupt developers, no corrupt owners, no corrupt mods. We were going to build it from the ground up, and that was going to be Typerborn. We were going to make it our own version of TypeSoul that our ideal and perfect version, right? So you can say whatever you want. I know how it resulted, but it was still me and him trying to make this perfect ideal version of the game, and then he backdoors me. And now that we're trying to make this perfect ideal version of the game again, guess what? He backdoors me again, right? You guys can see, he literally reached out to me first. Like I said, I don't have an issue with you making videos on the game. If you want to help with issues, I have zero problem with that. We can work something out, but keep my friends and drama out of it. All that I ask is misinformation. If you want something confirmed, then we can confirm it. And then he said, okay, so we're good. And then he said, do we have an agreement? So I make this agreement because with this agreement, he is promising an unban and me getting more involved within the game, within the developers, and possibly even getting community manager. And later on, after we talk more, He basically made it seem like I was guaranteed community manager as long as I listened to his agreement for long enough. So I was like, okay, perfect. I'll get the role that I've been asking for this whole time, and you guys have been asking for this whole time. So there is finally a person that you guys can go to and speak your mind on, and finally a person that you guys can actually look to genuinely help the community instead of just, oh, this is rage nerfed. Oh, this is this. Oh, this is that. I was going to be that person where you can go to me and you can ask the devs to do something and they were going to do it, right? Unless if it was a terrible change. Like, obviously, if you told them to buff speed when speed's already brain dead, they weren't going to do it. But if you had a legitimate change, they would probably make a poll, or I would make a poll for it. I would make a poll for it, and you guys can all vote whether if that change is in the game or not. Polls was probably going to be flooded by me because I was going to try to genuinely make this game just overall way better, right? You guys can see the screenshot. In an ideal version of type, I'm handling the community and the suggestions. I tell you guys the suggestions, you guys do the work, there's no drama. The game's working perfectly. I'm unbanned, I unban Misery. Any content creator that was treated unfairly is now treated fairly. Revolver can get his role, Vert can get his role, Dizzle can get his role, everyone can get their role. If you're a good content creator for the game, you deserve to be on this game. Content creators will start getting perks. Content creators will now get access to the private server. Content creators will get all this, and there will be no more issues within the game. Even I wouldn't even go as far as saying that it's not crazy to give the general player base their private server in everything other than hell mode, because there's zero reason why you guys shouldn't have a private server in anything other than hell mode, right? I was trying to bring genuine changes to this game that people have been begging for, okay? And then even if you guys haven't been begging for it yet, I was still going to be there so you guys have a person to go to and give suggestions to, right? Content creators, you guys would have been treated fairly, given benefits, given all that. The general community, I would have vouched for more codes, year changes to actually be added, you would have had a person to speak to, and overall it just would have been a way better experience because the devs would not have to worry about the community and that would all go under me, right? And you guys can go inside the comments and be like, oh, bro's just mad that he's not getting more power inside this game. If that's what you genuinely want to believe, sure. You can think that. You can think whatever you want about me. You can think that this video is pure bad chase. You guys can think that I'm twisting the story. Think whatever you want about me. But at the end of the day, the one thing that you cannot say is that I am not trying for this community. I have tried more than anyone to get this game to the state that it deserves to be at. Because we all know that Type Soul, at its core, is a good game. It is the only game that we have actually fundamentally had that has stayed with us for the last 3 years. The only one. No other game has stayed with us because no other game has actually been good enough to stay with us, right? So I'm trying all of this. He tells the developers to unadd me. So now I have zero connection to the developers. He's gone. Like, Cetro's just gone. He's not responding. He's not doing shit. I literally asked him a question. He doesn't respond. And even when he makes this deal and he's like, okay, all you have to do is DM me, right? Any information that he receives will go through me. So I start DMing him buds, right? And I'm like, bro, ranked rewards gives no rewards. Like, can we fix this? He doesn't respond at all. And it stays broken for an extra 27 hours because he didn't want to read the DMs with me, even though he told me to bring the community's issues. Ranked was giving 0 rewards for over 2 days. I told him to fix it, and it didn't get fixed for an extra 27 hours because he didn't want to look at DMs. So, like I said, you guys can feel whatever you want about me. But I tried to genuinely make this game good, and he disappeared on me. This is the second time that I have tried to make a good version of this game for the community, and he disappears on me, backdoors me, and basically says, fuck you. Same thing happened with Type Reborn. Same thing's happening now, where he promises change, he promises a better solution for the both of us, where the game's going to be good, the community can enjoy it more, and every single person is going to overall have a better experience, right? The second time that this has happened. So essentially what was supposed to happen, if I have to give you guys a quick rundown, what was supposed to happen is I go on Community Manager, I deal with the whole community. For free, by the way. Free of charge. No payment. I was going to do this for the love of the game because, you know, I actually want Type Soul to be a good game, and it's in a dog shit spot right now. So obviously, if I have the power to change stuff within the community, I'm going to try to do that. So he literally said that he's going to try his best to unban me, get me on community manager so I can deal with the community. I can worry about all of the community's complaints, and basically all of the pressure of the community will be on me, and I'll get the game fixed. Any bugs that you guys have, you guys can DM me, and I'll instantly send them to the developers. Any issues that you guys have, you guys can send them to me, and I'll instantly try to get them fixed. Bugs, nerfs, changes to the overall requirements. I probably would have even leaked the requirements. I'm not gonna lie. Ancient Vasto, that would have been out, because I know Rontar players are dying to get their Ancient Vasto, and they simply can't right now. You literally have Nano getting set it and not being allowed to tell us the requirements, which is mind-boggling to me. It's just like, it's so much simple shit that they're not fixing, and I could fix in literally milliseconds. They're talking about, oh, we don't want any drama. Do you guys understand how fast I could fix all the drama in this game? Okay, you unban me. I unban Misery. Revolver gets his roll back. Vert gets his roll. Dizzle gets his roll. Misery's back inside the Discord. All of us get our roll back. And all that. That's all it needs to be. The only reason why you guys have YouTuber drama inside the game is because you guys are treating YouTubers like dog shit. There's no benefit to being a YouTuber inside of your game at the current moment. They don't get a private server. If they ask for a private server, like Lotus and Yalitzo tried to do, they literally get told no by Kevin, the current community manager. Literally told them no, you cannot get a private server even if it's going to be for a really enjoyable video, because they wanted to record a true Bonkai type war video where they basically recreate a 1,000-year blood war. That's what they wanted to do, right? A pretty good video idea, in my opinion, that actually probably would have been very enjoyable to watch. And instead, Kevin says, no, you guys aren't allowed. I'm not making a private server just for the content creators. That's unfair. What are you talking about? Like, deadass, what the fuck are you talking about? All I'm offering is a simple solution to the problems. Your guys' current problems is you don't know what the community wants. You're doing basically blind changes, and you have no idea what the community actually needs. I offer you a solution, and then you backdoor me? You backdoor me when I offer you a solution to all of your problems. Because Setro literally said, yeah, you'll get unbanned, you'll get put on community manager, all you have to do is make pretty, like, you know, reasonable, non-crazy ass hate videos, no drama videos, and just basically chill out for a little bit, and then you'll get your benefits. And instead, 2 days later, after he makes every single developer unadd me, he decides to leave the game for a bit, and we have no idea how long this break is. More than likely, I would say this break is at least for 2 weeks. So you're telling me that the game is going to have no lead developer for 2 weeks? You're going to have no backbone of your development team for 2 weeks? And then even if Cetro comes back, all of the issues are still going to be in the game. There's still going to be nobody for the community to go to get their problem solved, their bugs solved, like their issues within the game, and everything like that. All of that will simply not be solved until there is someone within the community to talk to get these issues fixed, right? And then there's still going to be YouTuber drama because you still have the Dorose banning me and Misery for no reason. You still have Vert on no content creator role. You still have Revolver on no content creator role. I believe Dizzle's still banned, or he just doesn't care anymore. I don't even know if he's been making videos. And you just have a lot of content creators that aren't making content at the current moment, or that aren't happy making content, because literally your current community manager, Kevin, told them, if you make a video stating your opinion and it's a negative type opinion, you will be removed. So no content creator really wants to give their true opinion on the game right now. So they're all kind of just scrambling to record actual content. And this game has damn near zero content to actually record on right now. So I just don't understand. And then when they actually want to record a good video idea, like the one Yalitzo and Lotus were talking about, where they want to recreate a 1,000-year blood war in a private server, you tell them no. They had a genuine good video idea, and you're just like, nah, doesn't sound cool enough for me. What the fuck are you talking about? And then you guys remove private servers either way, so even, like, oh my god, bro. Like, this game just doesn't make sense. You guys can obviously have your own opinion. If you want to think that this is me overreacting, if you guys want to think whatever you want to think, go ahead. But you cannot deny that I tried my absolute hardest to get this game to the perfect state. We can all agree that this is all we've ever wanted for Type Soul. No drama. The game works perfectly. We're getting content updates bi-weekly. It has a lot of players, so you can play ranked, you can do all that, and actually enjoy the game with a big community. And a person to talk to for suggestions. And all the developers do is work. They don't go inside announcements. They don't rage bait people. All they do is the work that they are required to do, like they should, instead of going into the chats, rage baiting people, and just being fucking dickheads, right? Because that's what they're currently doing. It's not that hard to view the perfect version of Type Soul. And instead of actually seriously working towards that goal, Cetro backdoors me, makes every single developer remove me as a friend. So if you guys want to give me a suggestion at the current moment, I can't even tell the developers because I have zero connection to them now. They won't re-add me because they're scared of what will happen if they re-add me. All that they're really worried about is their money, which to a certain degree I understand. I think every single current developer on the game, like actual developer, not Setro, not the Dorose, is agreeing with me being on community manager would solve so many issues for the game. All the drama would be gone. The community would have someone to speak out for them and actually tell them suggestions of what to fix and things like that. And instead, what Cetro would rather do would be to take a quote-unquote mental break, leave the game for multiple weeks more than likely. I highly doubt he'll be gone for a few days. And even then, he left the game when it's in its buggiest part. And then he made every single developer unadd me, so they're not going to talk to me. So any community suggestions that you guys personally have, you can't even tell me because I can't tell the developers at the current moment. So essentially, the game is left up to the developers, but they don't have a lead developer right now. They have nobody to be like, oh, this is what we should be working on. So at the current moment, the developers are literally freeballing and have no essential idea of what they're supposed to be working on or anything like that. So now I'm honestly going to be very surprised if we get a content update anytime soon until Cetro's back or anything like that. So I just wanted to make this video so you guys know that I tried to make this game great. I tried to make this game great. And Cetro, I just simply didn't want that to happen. After reaching out to me first, he reached out to me first to get this game to its perfect position. The perfect position, right? And this just proves that he has a genuine lack of care for the game and its community. Because he can say what he said right here, right? He can say, I just want the game to be good and for everyone to be happy. But you literally left the game when it's in its worst part and someone was giving you a solution to fix the game. What you did was make the game worse right now. That's all you did. You made the game worse. Because you left when it was full of bugs. Now there's no lead developer. You didn't tell any of the developers. You didn't even tell Chaotic that you were leaving the Discord. Because Chaotic literally thought that you were getting harassed. So he told everyone that you were just tired of the harassment, so you left the Discord. When you said yourself that's not what happened. You didn't tell anybody beforehand why you're leaving or anything like that. Which is literally insane to me. Even the developers didn't know why you left. So it's not only you backdooring me, essentially you backdoored all the developers as well, because you just randomly fucking dipped on them and said, I need a break. What? The fuck? So I don't know what happens now. I know that the developers, the actual developers of the game, do agree with what I'm saying, where I should be community manager and I should do this and I should be this. But until that actually happens, I don't know what's going to be happening with Type Soul. Cetro's gone. Cetro's gone. I don't know for how long. Tiger should be back in a day or two. And we'll see what ends up happening. But I just wanted to make this video so you guys know that I try to save your game. I try to make the game better. I asked zero pay, zero rewards, zero anything to make this game as good as possible for you guys because I just have, you guys have been supporting me. You guys have been watching me. I've been getting a lot of subs. So obviously, I want the game to be good for you guys, right? So I go out of my way to try to be this person for you guys and make this game good. And they finally give me a path. They finally give me a path to follow to reach this goal of where I can finally be the person that tells the developers your suggestions and does everything for the community. They finally give me a path and they finally give in a little bit. And then they backdoor me right after. 2 days later, they backdoor me. And all my connections to developers are gone. Any of your suggestions don't matter anymore. And Cetro's just nowhere to be seen. For all we know, he's probably off playing the hood with Breedable Loser. We have no idea what that guy is doing. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow I get DM'd by Chaotic and he's like, damn, bro, I watched your video and I understand what you're trying to do. Will that happen? Probably not, but we'll have to see. Obviously, we'll have to see. Nothing's guaranteed, but I just think that it's personally crazy that the whole development team, the whole community, and basically everyone views me right now as trying to make the game better. And Cetro has the key in his hand. He has the key inside of his hand. All he has to do is use the key, open the door, boom, the perfect version of Typesoul. And instead, he would rather say he needs a mental break from the game and just completely, he just burns a golden ticket. I don't know why. I have no idea why. But I wanted to make this video so you guys understand what's been going on inside the background. Okay? I'm sure a lot of you guys were like, why is there a sudden change in Balboa's videos? Why is the Eat-Roll video deleted? Why is the thumbnail of Cetro's requirement video changed and all this and all that? The reason why all of that happened is because I was trying to make this game great. I was trying to genuinely make the game good for you guys as the community because you've done nothing but support me in the last 2 weeks. And, you know, you guys have actually been helping me, right? You've been helping me grow my channel. You've been supporting me. You've been commenting. You've been joining my Discord. So I figured the very least that I could do is use all my power to make the game better. And Cetro would rather backdoor me. So it is what it is. But, you know, I just wanted you guys to know basically what happened. So if you see changes not being added that you think are obvious that should be added, and they're not, if you see changes being made super delayed, like the ranked one, because Setro decided to not respond to my DMs and send it to Daniel so he could fix it earlier, I tried. I tried my best, and they didn't want me. If they didn't want me, then that is their own personal decision. We'll have to see what ends up happening. But I just want you guys to know, at the very least, that I tried. I tried for you guys. I tried my absolute goddamn fucking hardest for you guys. And I wanted to make this game as good as possible for you guys. But apparently, they don't want this game to be good. They don't want it to be good. And if that's what they want, then that's fine. But when you're DMing me that you want the game to be good for everyone, and there to be no issues, and for me to be on the community manager spot, and for you guys to just work on the game, and then 2 days later, you go on a break and just literally disband everything you just said 2 days ago, is a little insane to me. You guys can obviously feel free to have your own thoughts. You guys, hey, I'm sure some of the people in the comments just aren't going to listen to me at all and don't understand what I'm trying to say. I just want you guys to know, at the very bare minimum, I tried for this community. I tried to give you guys the game that you all deserve, and they don't want it. The developers don't want it. I don't know if they want money more, but even that wouldn't make sense because me under community manager would make them more money. Content creators would be posting more videos. The game would get more promotion, and overall would just be a genuine better experience for every single player because you guys would have someone to speak to about your issues. You would have someone in pools probably 24/7 asking, should this be nerfed? Should this be buffed? Should this boom, boom, boom? But instead, they would rather sit there and just look at me and just say, no, you're not going to fix this game. If that's what it must be, then that's what it must be. But that's the video. You guys can take it however you will. I'm not doing this so you guys start glazing me. I'm not doing this so you guys go spam general chat. L Chaotic W Balboa. I'm making this video so you guys understand the truth about my whole situation and everything that I've been trying to do for you guys and this game. There's no reason for me to go this far. There is zero reason. This game has never treated me in any type of good way for me to go this far for this game. And I did it anyways because I have a genuine respect for the community and the players that play this game because you guys have been supporting me. And if the developers don't want to acknowledge that, I don't know how I change as a person, I grow as a person, and Type Soul stays the same Type Soul. But if that's what it must be, then that's what it must be. And I'll see you guys inside the next one, bro. I'm sorry this video was so long. I just really wanted to kind of say what I needed to say before I go back to making my normal videos. This doesn't mean that I'm going to stop making content for you guys. This doesn't mean anything like that. I'll still try my absolute best. If I have to make a video telling the developers to change something because you guys want it changed that badly, I will. But it's just a little insane to me that you literally have a golden ticket to fix every single issue inside your game and you just fucking burn it, Cetro. Like, that is actually diabolical to me. But yeah, I'll see you guys inside the next one, man. Peace.